You got a new tattoo? Can I have a look? I bet that's amazing. That's so cool. What? Is that right? That's a prop? Where's... So you found your design, you found your tattoo artist, you're ready for your first tattoo. That's fantastic news. But I bet there's still one question. What's the healing process like? Well, here's a little video of me tattooing my friend Jordan so you can get an idea of what the tattoo process is like. Then I'll explain the healing. So that's what that looks like. That's what it looks like to get a tattoo done. Now, the healing is obviously a whole different game. There are several stages to it. The first stage is when you've just had the tattoo done. Your tattoo artist is going to cover it in some sort of protective barrier so that nothing nasty can get to it, and also it can't leak out onto your jeans or your bed sheets, which is going to happen, so just brace yourself for that. Don't wear your fanciest clothes to the tattoo studio. They're probably going to get a bit messy, but that's okay. It's going to wash out, hopefully. Anyway, that's stage one. It's going to look horrible during this stage. It gets all gunky and gnarly and just looks like your tattoo's become this blurry mess, honestly. But it's not, so don't fret. All you need to do is leave the covering on for a few hours, as long as your artist has recommended, and then take it off, give the tattoo a good wash in the shower. Warm water and soap. Whatever soap you normally use is what I recommend. Then you can see your tattoo. All that horrible stuff washes off and you're left with your tattoo underneath. Nice and clean, nice and fresh, nice and neat. So it's gonna be okay, don't worry. A couple of days after you've given it its first wash, it's gonna start to scab a bit. It's gonna dry out and get a bit scabby and flaky and really itchy. You know, one of those itches that's like really deep and you really just want to get in and just scratch the hell out of it and feel amazing? Well, you can't do that with a tattoo, so please do not do that. Leave it alone, let it heal. You start scratching it, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna damage the scab and you're gonna pull out the ink and you're gonna have wasted your time and your money and your effort, really. Leave the tattoo alone. A little bit of moisturizer is gonna take the edge off the itch, and it's really going to help with the process. It's going to help the tattoo to heal nicely as well. So stage two, itchy, ignore it, leave it alone. Stage three is the silver skin stage. So the scabs come off, you've got a fresh bit of skin underneath, but it looks kind of silvery. Surprise, surprise. It's still quite fragile during this stage, so you really want to be careful with it. Don't play with it, don't rough and tumble, don't go wrestling, don't go rolling in the mud. You're going to ruin your tattoo. Just keep moisturizing it a few times a day. 2 to 4 times is what I generally recommend, but play it by ear. If the tattoo feels dry, use a bit of moisturizer. If it doesn't, leave it alone. Pretty simple. Common sense goes a long way with your tattoo healing, really. So that's stage 3, silver skin. The 4th stage is the longest stage. The first 3 stages cover about 2 weeks, give or take. And after 2 weeks, your tattoo's pretty much healed. But actually, it's not healed for about 6 months, so bear with it. Tattoos take a while to soften, to settle into the skin and to really look like they're going to look for the rest of the duration of, well, your life basically, really, because that's how long tattoos last for. And that's pretty much it. Tattoos don't really need a lot. They just need a bit of care, a bit of thought, a little bit of moisturizer and keep them clean. That's pretty much all there is to it. So when you first see a fresh tattoo, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Everyone panics after the first 12 hours and it's okay, don't fret. On that note, I should say, Don't worry about my friend Chris, who you saw at the start of this video. I tattooed his knee and it did look horrific, but he's fine. He kept his leg, the tattoo's cool, not a problem. Now don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, we'll see you for the next video.